Tinubu again. Yes, Tinubu, the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, is currently being criticized over his tweeting on WhatsApp comments. What does that mean? You know, you tweet on Twitter, but Tinubu says youth are tweeting on WhatsApp. Well, that is to tell you when people tell you about the modern day people who can really mount the country, if really who can really mount the affairs of this country, if we really want to move forward. I listened to somebody who was being interviewed, and the lady said, somebody who is going to be youth driven, because it's a given that if you engage the youth, they are the ones that can really, when they tell you that, or when they say that the future of the country lies in the youth, it is not just a mere talk. That is just the reality. If we have somebody, that is why most of the time they always talk about youth, because they know that they are the ones that can really, they are the ones that are making things happening, because you have to go by their trend. You that you are coming from another generation, and with what is happening now, you begin to get weak and see that these guys are moving like jets. So they will tell you, youth, they always love to, because even when you look at the formation of this country, the population of the youth is even more than that of other people who are in that's a old brackets of age. So if somebody is talking, is not even in tune with the reality, and then how do you expect the person to be able to communicate? They will tell you, oh, this man has a influence, both international and local. I don't know the connection that Tinubu has internationally, because most of these are politicians, they play local games, so that's why they do anything anyhow. How many people, reasonable people of the world, that want to even relate with them, if not that if they want to, unless they will just want to outsmart them? Be in the recess, you want to discuss business, how many of them do have that integrity? Because all of them have a one skeleton or the other in their cupboards. They can't even discuss, even me looking at them. Let them tell them, ask, just let them tell you that they've acquired almost all the degrees in this world. But when you see their conduct, their character, you see that they are just as illiterate as anybody, as any other person ever. So if somebody is coming out to say, youth are tweeting on WhatsApp, you know that there's fire on the mountain. While addressing youth of the party at a rally which he held in Lagos the weekend, Tinubu, who is the presidential aspirant of the platform of the APC, on the platform of the APC, had said, "Do you know how many of you are tweeting on WhatsApp right now?" Holds a database of 1.6 billion on WhatsApp alone, he said. Tinubu made the controversial comment while decrying how Nigeria has not been able to harness its full potential in the area of modern technology. Like, seriously? And do you have that in Lagos? But what is the formation of Lagos? Who are the people he's projecting? They are the Agberos. And a lot of people will not be listening. Somebody who wants to give you something, he wants to dash you a cloth. You first of all look at what the person is putting on. Let somebody say, oh, I'm going to give you money, I'm going to establish you. You have to go and look, what have you even done for yourself, or what have you even done for the people around you, before you say you want to help me. Because you know whether the person has the capacity to do that, or the person is just blabbing. You need to know whether the person what is saying. So exactly what Tinubu is saying, the formation and what is trending in Lagos is Agberu, and those ones are so powerful. He had said he would fix the problem if elected, but in a backlash, some social media users knocked the former Lagos, asking him if he would, he could not distinguish between the dominant platform, could fix such a problem. He could not distinguish between WhatsApp and Twitter. He said many of you are tweeting on WhatsApp and he wants to be your president. Okay, Reno Mokri said, according to Tinubu, many of you are tweeting on WhatsApp and he wants to be your president. This is Buhari part 2. Oh, Coco. Hell. One Babashola Kuti Jr. said MC Olumo's president said you people are tweeting on Twitter or tweeting on WhatsApp. Then he goes on to say we started disconnecting phone number for NIPP, National Independence Power Project, instead of NIN. Jagaban con dey make Buhari be like person wey get PhD from Oxford. Tinubu has already given us a sign again, tweeting on WhatsApp. Permanent voter card previously said permanent voters card have an expiry date to recruit 50 million youth to fight unemployment. If someone you know starts saying abnormal speeches, what would be your advice? I will leave Twitter soon. I want to focus on tweeting on WhatsApp. It is about time. Patsami disconnected phone numbers from the national electricity grid. That says Tinubu. The youth are tweeting on Twitter. Oh, I'm even helping him. He said the youth are tweeting on WhatsApp. Tinubu also blunders under 48 hours. There's no way you want to package this man. No way. He doesn't have the mental strength. And that is what he's boasting of. You can say, oh, maybe I don't have that physical strength to run around just like a Amechi. But he said he has that mental capacity. So where's the mental capacity now? I just heard a presidential aspirant say that we are tweeting on WhatsApp and our phone numbers were disconnected from NIPP. May affliction not rise a second time. Amen. Nigeria youth like tweeting on WhatsApp too much. Deluded old drug baron. Tinubu's hilarious mixture of both platforms marks another instance of his embarrassing public statements. The 70-year-old politician said last year that the Nigerian military should recruit 50 million youth to fight unemployment, a statement his handlers later walked back. He also said the permanent voters cards have an expiry date, contrary to public knowledge and the position of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. You can imagine. You know that they have not been able to come out to defend to defend this whole thing. This again, after apologizing about the expiration of a voter's card, he made the same thing last week, the same blunder again, and he sees that he does expire again, talking about Twitter and what have you, and people, and they can't. How many are they just, I think the best thing for them just to keep quiet, because how can you come out and be defending and say, oh, this is what he said, this is not what he said. So they have not even come out to say anything concerning this last blunders, you see. Okay. This one like Begeo, God forbid, even in this country. He is the same as Buhari. Dementia is synonymous with old age. He is the same as Buhari. I think you hear that this man is old. All they are doing is to package him for us. Money is not everything. We need a vibrant, energetic president. Don't let us enter another one chance. We know you, the tribe that hate Tinubu. Oh no, not by tribe that hate Tinubu. With what he said now, talk on the issue he said, whether he made a mistake. You see, if they just want to, if they don't know what to say, they'll just begin to say the tribe that hates Tinubu. Is it by hates Tinubu? So is it the tribe that made him to be yarning or pattern? You see how these people can be unreasonable. Somebody is making committing heavy blunders. They tried to defend him last year. Now he started again. You are saying some tribes hate him. What has hatred got to do with all these things? Their father under fire, not Oshiwaju. Okay, it's not under fire. Affliction shall not rise the second time in a presidential office. It is obvious, like Buhari, he can't even give what he doesn't have. So guys, let's know your thoughts on this. So, how do you go?